Hey everyone, welcome back to BDG Reviews. I've got tonight's review of Deathdream. This movie's by Bob Clark, the guy that went on to do Black Christmas, which is, one of my favorite movies of all time. So I had really high hopes for this and did not disappoint. Whoa. Yeah, the basic plot, what you got here is you have how do I want to put this? I don't know. Basically, it's the monkey's paw. It's a retelling of the monkey's paw. You start off in this shot of what's supposed to be a jungle. This is my one gripe with the movie. Say what you want. It is a forest. They're in a forest. It is not a jungle. It doesn't even look like a jungle. But it's supposed to be a jungle in Vietnam. And you got this guy and his war buddy or whatever. And they're getting shot at and everything, and then they end up getting killed. Cut to back in America, and his parents get a telegraph, saying essentially, your son's dead. The mother just won't accept it. She's like, no, 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 it's not true, and whatever. Then later that night, you get this shot of a truck coming along and a hitchhiker getting into the truck. And turns out it's their son. He's come back that night. So the night they get the telegram saying he's dead, he comes back. Now, from seeing the trailer, you know full well what you're getting into. It's essentially it's a zombie flick. Let's be honest. But it's a little bit different than your typical zombie flick. You don't have the hordes of zombies or anything. And essentially it's kind of a story of this guy comes back and at first you don't know. If you haven't seen the trailer, you don't know. Did they just screw up? Did he really not die and now he's back and he's just PTSD through the roof? You don't really know, but it quickly becomes obvious that there's something not right with the guy. His name's Andy. So there's something not right with Andy. Long story short, he's undead. I'm not going to go any more into it because that will spoil the ending and everything, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, that's your basic plot. Now, all in all, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a really good movie, a really effective use of the zombie subgenre. And I really liked... How can I put this? I'm trying to think of a way to put this that doesn't sound overly dramatic or anything, but I dug the fact that this is no longer their son. But at the same time, it is. So there's this kind of back and forth where, they realize something's up. They, the mother's more in denial than the father is, but they realize something's not right. But it's their son. They were told he was dead. He's come back. That kind of overrides it to a point, but eventually it gets to a point where it can't override it anymore. So yeah, I'll leave it at that for that. I think that's a really interesting concept to play with in the story. Also, now, the effects in this were done by... What was his name? I think it was this Alan Ormsby guy. He was the main effects guy. I think it was Alan Ormsby at least. But his assistant on this movie was Tom Savini. So this was really kind of Tom Savini's first role almost, if you will, as an effects guy. And the effects in this are top notch. I gotta say, throughout the movie, Andy keeps getting more and more decayed as they go. And what I like is there's never really a big jump. There's never like here he's normal and like here he's like complete ghoul. It's a real gradual process, and it's really effective, honestly. By the end, he's pretty much like completely ghoul. If you like, I'll try to find the trailer and leave it below. The trailer shows you how he kind of ends up, and it's not pretty, to say the least. This movie was also released back in, what year was it? 72. So originally it came out as, on here, let's just get this here, Dead of Night. So people might have seen it under that title, but from what I know, the original title was Deathdream. I really dug it. Honestly, I really did. It was a really neat movie, and it was an interesting way to go about covering PTSD in a way that isn't like bashing you over the head with it, and making him a zombie and making it the fact that like is like at least at the very beginning, like I said, is this like is he actually like dead, or is this like complete like psychosis or whatever? But he's a zombie. Let's just be honest, he's a zombie. Good flick, definitely. This particular Blu-ray is from Blue Underground, obviously. Comes with the DVD and the Blu-ray. Don't know about the DVD. Once I got the Blu-ray, I don't even bother with the DVDs in these, so I don't know. But pretty well, a pretty good transfer actually. It's a 2K restoration from the original 35mm. My only complaint, picture-wise, is at the beginning in that forest that's supposed to be a jungle, and right at the end, it goes very dark. And I mean, like, overly dark. Like, you can barely see what's happening dark. It works for the movie, so I can forgive it, but, it would have been nice to have at least seen a bit of what was going on. Yeah, but that's just me. So yeah, as for a rating, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. The Blu-ray is good. The sound's good. The transfer's nice. The acting's pretty decent. Honestly, you believe the characters. And it's just an all-around pretty fun movie, honestly. This is one I actually regret not getting sooner, because I put off getting this for quite a while, and I wish I hadn't. It's a good flick, definitely. Also, feature-wise, this is quite loaded. It's got 2 audio commentaries, some like featurettes, like a recollection with it, like notes for a homecoming interview. Interview with the production manager, Tom Savini, the early years. That's quite interesting, because that was just like a little 10-minute, essentially almost like a beginning of his career overview kind of thing, Interview with Richard Backus, alternate opening titles, theatrical trailers, still galleries, and student films from Alan Ormsby, the effects guy. But all in all, it was pretty solid. A good release. So yeah, I definitely recommend this one. Deathdream. 9 out of 10. Good stuff. Okay, so yeah, I'll try to find the trailer. Put in the link below. Also, my Patreon and my merch shop down there. If you want to get one of these sweet t-shirts, just feel free to hit it up. Every little bit helps. Yeah, so that's it for now. See you next time.